So we will talk about this flow designer. So basically, what is flow designer? What is the purpose, and what is performed using flow designer? So before flow designer, there used to be a workflow where we have created a lot of things under workflow side. Flow designer replaces the legacy workflow graphical editor. So here also they are telling about like flow designer is being replaced by workflow graphical editor, right? So everybody is utilizing flow designer these days on their instances. So basically flow designer is a process automation builder of where we try to create flows and those flow designer benefits. So we are having a lot of benefits with related to flow designer. So it will provide process owners and developers to utilize benefits like we can automate repetitive tasks to improve efficiency, and then we can define a workflow in natural language to help non-technical users. Like we have annotation kind of thing there, so we can define what the workflow is performing in each step, and the flow which we create, that is displayed and as diagrams, so that it will help developers to see what all path flow is coming. So it will enable it will allow us to create and test a workflow from single interface to ensure whether it is working fine or not. So we can create a flow and test that flow under same UI. So in workflow editor, we cannot do that, but in flow, we can do the testing also on similar UI where we will try to create flow, and it also promotes process automation to develop and create reusable actions with flow designer developers, and it also reduce upgrade cost because there are a lot of things which is replaced, like custom script is also very less utilized under flow designer, and it reduced development cost as well with a library of reusable actions. Like we can create some of the actions which can be utilized again and again on multiple flows, right? So yeah, it will help in integration also much, and under RPA functionality as well. So what help we will get from integration and RPA? We have a lot of spokes with related to integration with third-party application. We have out of the box spokes when we purchase those spokes from third-party vendors, so the spokes are available to use in Flow Designer, or we can create a REST message as well that can be utilized under Flow Designer. So these are the plenty of Flow Designer benefits. When you start working on it, you will find some more benefits of utilizing Flow Designer to to generate basically the automation. So now, yeah, so we can extend the capability of Flow Designer with additional, uh, we have some of the plugins and some of the capabilities of Flow Designer with specific plugins like Integration Hub. Also, we have RPA Hub we have in the ServiceNow system. We can activate those all, and that can be utilized with conjunction with Flow Designer. Okay.
Okay.
So all those will be available under Flow Designer actions, and you will be creating flow, but all those actions will be available for you to utilize because you have already purchased those subscriptions, right? So now we have Flow Designer components. So flow designer components, basically we have a lot of flow designer components. So uh, basic is flow execution details, flow error handler, subflows, actions, spokes, and the steps. It is basically uh, the activities which we used to create, that is called as step here. So we have, like they have mentioned, create record step. Okay, and there is more update and there is more steps that can be utilized here. So basically what flow does is, flow is an automated process that we can trigger, and we have reusable actions to be utilized as part of automation process. So this automation process can be applied to not only service catalog, we can write, we can create automation for other tables also, for other process like incident, problem, HR, or customer service, or we have other modules, risk and compliance. So we can utilize flow automation also on any of the products which is available in the system, right?
Okay.
So this will be having a this will be having a collection of actions. Actions is like we can use it in multiple flows. Suppose we have to trigger a specific things to 10 catalog items. So we will create one specific action, and that action can be used for all of those catalog items, right? So there we can use similar flow for multiple things, and similarly we can use it for other process also.
Okay.
So we can trigger this flow based on some specific conditions, or under we can create we can run flow based on schedule as well, based on catalog item as well, and based on a specific table we have to define the specific, we can define the specific condition also, so that flow run based on that specific conditions. Okay, now other component is flow execution details. So basically flow execution details will come in picture when we are doing any testing, or we have already raised we have fulfilled some condition, so that flow is triggered. We can check flow execution details, and we can see what all step and what all steps are executed and what all activities are executed, whether we have defined if condition, while condition, whether it has returned true or false. We can check everything under flow execution detail. Basically, it provides us the runtime information about an action or the flow which is triggered under this specific flow conditions. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have flow error handler. So we can do the error handling as well under a flow designer. At the last of step, we will be having error handling thing in flow. So that would be really very useful for us, because we can do the error handling, we can send the notification, or we can do some correction based on those error handling part. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have subflows also, so we can define subflows. Basically, what is subflow? This is also a kind of flow, but sometimes what happens, we have to execute other flow from our current flow, right? So at that time we can use the flow under one of the flow, then it will be utilized as a subflow. Okay, it is also a flow, but you are calling it from other flow, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And we have action. Action is basically the operation or something happening to automate anything. So we have discussed about business rule also, right?
Mm.
Right. So
Yeah.
here also we can create actions directly for incident, problem, or change. Okay. And then
Okay.
we can create whatever action we have to perform there. We can do rest of the activities under action part as well. And that action can be utilized anywhere in the flow. Okay. So if I show you, not this, Workflow Studio. So they have Flow Designer also, but they have launched Workflow Studio where you can see flow, subflow, actions, decision tables, and other integrations also here only. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the flow. This is the subflow. We can create a flow or subflow. Subflow can be called in any flow, and these are the actions. So action is this. So you see, add comment. We have ITSM, right?
Mm.
We have this activate plugin, add comment, add content role, right? So these are the small actions which is performed. Okay. And now what is a spoke? A spoke basically it is a scoped application under Flow Designer action or subflow where we can manage specific tables. For example, we have ITSM spokes that will contain incident or problem records. So we can activate additional spoke from ServiceNow store. And there is not only spoke related to ITSM, there are some of the spokes which comes as part of integration as well. Okay.
Mhm.
And other component is step. So step is a single reusable operation within action. So basically steps are what all steps we will be adding under flow. So those are the steps. Okay. So
Okay.
one by one activity we are having. So I will show you. So these are the steps. Okay.
Okay.
First step 1, 2, 3. So these are the step which is defined. Okay. And this is running on service catalog. Basically this flow.
Mm.
You see how this flow is added, how the conditions are added, right?
Okay.
We can update require update record or create task also on some conditions, create catalog task, send notification. So these all things are done and everything is managed under this workflow studio. Previously there was flow designer. Now also there is flow designer, but flow designer will look like this. If I click under Flow Designer, it will also take me to Workflow Studio. Okay.
Okay.
So this is modified in latest releases because previously we were having only flow, subflow and actions under Flow Designer. Okay. But
Mm.
now they have introduced Workflow Studio because under playbooks also the flow is utilized and these all things are corrected. Decision tables is also mostly utilized under flows. So they have added everything at one place so that developer will be having they will not be having much difficulty on developing something with related to flow. Right. So we can
Mm.
check the operation homepage operations here. What is the executions going on related to flow or playbooks? So they can see the data here. See. This month transaction is 487. So you can track everything under this operation side, playbooks and flows.
प्लेबुक्स का यूज क्या है प्रशांत?
This is also a set of activities which is added under playbook. So playbook
Okay.
is a different thing, but on automating things, we can create a flow under playbooks.
Mm.
And this is the connections where we can see what all integrations are available. Okay. So these are the basic one which is available under integrations part. So this is also very useful. We will get to know what all things are available for us to do.
Mm.
Right.
Okay.
So this integration basically is paid whenever it is from Microsoft or from some of the company who would be having direct integration like Jira, Microsoft Teams. They have individual plugins for that. We have to pay for that, and then that will be available under Flow to be utilized. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are all the components which I was telling. Okay.
Mhm.
So environment side. So okay. So these are okay. Same thing. So they are telling how this flow will uh, look like. If you see, I have opened a workflow studio, and I have opened a flow which will open a new tab under same UI, right?
Mm.
And if you see under this UI, we can check flows of flow actions, decision tables. So we will talk about mostly flows of flow actions, and you can see here we have whatever I have updated, three last elements which I have updated that will show here. Okay.
Mm.
And they will also display the updated things which you have recently updated. So you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 latest update which you have done recently on a specific items with related to all of those. So you will get, and so because what happens when you come next time, suppose 10 to
Mm.
15 people are working, everybody is creating a lot of things, right? But here it
Yeah.
will show what I have updated last. It will show for me only, not everyone.
Okay.
Okay. It will show the update where I have left off. See, pick
Mm.
up where you left off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine.
So these tabs I have already mentioned what it does. Here you will be opening everything in a new tab, whatever you try to open from here. Subflow, if I open subflow also, it is also a kind of flow. See, but here we have input and output thing. So this also works like we are passing value from this flow to this flow, and then we are generating these parameters are created, and this is utilized from the value which it will be having through flow. Okay, and based on that they will execute rest of the things.
Mm.
Okay, so it depends. These are out of the box one, all of them created. If you
Okay.
see there is a big flow, these are the big flows which is created. And suppose, uh, so generally we try mostly the flow will be utilized when we are creating a catalog item. So most of the time we have to create the flow, right?
Mm.
So now under catalog item, so what all things are there? Mostly things are created. I don't create much catalog items, so most of them are out of the box.
Okay.
They already have workflow. Okay, let me create myself. Request a software. Catalog will be service catalog. Category will be software. Now you can change the owner also. Item details, we can just copy this name to short description and we will try to save it. So now this is the item created. We will have to create some of the variables as well. So I will try to add some variable here. So I will select reference. I will select or reference would be sys user.
Sys user.
Okay.
Hmm.
I will submit it. New. Software name. Type I will select as choice. Check or not checkbox. It works. And we will have business justification. Multi-line text. This is the choices. I will add access and other software type. Yeah, that is fine. Now this is our catalog item created. Okay.
Okay.
Now why this is showing only one? Because we have to define name also there. Okay. access word because we didn't save it. We will select include none, mandatory update. We have to add value also here. W. This is just sampling. And you will see now access and word here. Okay.
Yeah.
This is requested for. We can select the users. These are the business justification, and now we will try to create a flow for this. Okay, so let's try to create a flow. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Prashant. I was on mute.
So I will try to create a flow for this item. Currently, you see it automatically default is populated execution plan. So as soon as I will create flow and add here, the flow will be added.
Okay.
And this execution plan will go from this place. So when we are generating a new flow for catalog, so we have to select the trigger point of that flow. So I am defining this flow name. Okay. So I have clicked on create this flow, and now there is a trigger point. When we have to trigger this flow, we can trigger on create update of any table. Like if I select a created here, so I have to select the table. Similarly for updated, similarly for created or updated. And we can schedule the flow as well when we have to run the schedule. And the application side, we have remote table query. We can create a remote table in a ServiceNow. So we have SLA task also, an inbound email, and as well as service catalog. So we are creating this flow for service catalog. So I will select service catalog here. When to run the flow. So this is the default. We don't have to select anything there. And I have clicked on all. Now I will click on action. So these are the ServiceNow core actions, which is available here. And we have multiple spokes also. You see there are a lot of out of the box spoke enabled in this system. So we can utilize those as well if we are doing anything with related to other spokes. So ServiceNow core is also a out of the box spoke, which will be mostly utilized for creating the flow. So first of all, what we will do, this is a service catalog, and suppose we would be having one approval. So I will try to add one approval. Ask for approval, and what is the record here? So this way we can drag and drop the record data. So we are generating request item record, right?
Yeah.
So we have to drag and drop under record part, right? So you see, I have populated this table up table. This is auto populated.
Yeah.
So we can define here a specific user, or we can define group of approval, or we can define approval. Sorry, manual also. but what I will do, I will select a group, or we can add our manager as well. So user manager, suppose we have to select user manager, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So what we can do, we can first get the catalog variables. Where is the variable? Get catalog variable, this. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will have to define, we have to get the variable here. So what is the submitted request item? This is the one. And now what was that name? Request a software. These are all three variables, right?
Mm.
And now you see here on step one, we have these three things requested for software name justification, right?
Yes.
Now I will click on ask for approval again. And now you see we have catalog variables, right?
Yeah.
So now we can do dot walk or wait a second. Okay. Requested for manager. See, we got requested for dot manager.
Mm.
Okay. So I have asked for approval. So approve when anyone approves. Anyone means only one manager you would be having ideally, right?
Mm.
So now what will happen if approval is approved? So we will define a condition here, flow logic. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we will check if ask for approval state, right?
Mm.
Check if approved. We can define this is the condition label. Check if approved, right? So we will
Mm.
check if approved. Okay. So as soon as we will write a if block, we will generate this action flow logic subflow again. We can define anything here. So what I will do is like I will define an action here and I will create a catalog task. Catalog task. Wait, search. So this is a catalog task. Okay.
Mm.
Now catalog task is added. Now again we will move our data fill from here. And what would be the so I will be having short description as software request, right?
Yeah.
And now we can add more values. We can add assignment group also. So suppose assignment group we can set. Suppose I will select database. Okay.
Mm.
Or if there is software, I will select software. And now we can again select request a software. Request a software. As soon as I will add that, we can add those variables under a catalog task as well, right? So we will
Yeah.
create a catalog task and then we will update as soon as the catalog task is completed. Then what we will do?
Close. Right.
Yeah, we will do update record. So we will update this. Okay.
Mm.
And suppose we would be having flow logic else. So I can write here, wait. So we are checking if approved. And why I am not writing direct else, because this is having values, different values like approve, cancelled also, not yet requested also. So I will select else. So while it is not requested, it will move ahead and cancel. That's why. Okay. So here again we can try to add flow logic. And again I will add this. Rejected. Okay. So this is rejected. This is approved. On rejected one, what we will do?
Cancel writing.
Yeah, wait. Why I copied this? We will cancel it. We will update a record here. Yeah, this is the update record. And now what we will update? Requested item. We will add the value. State is.
Closed. Skip.
Yeah, I will add incomplete, most probably. Okay, maybe that we can add that choices for cancellation also, but it is available out of the box. So I've added this. So I will click on OK. All right. So this way, if we want to execute any other things also, we can define under the sequence of steps. Okay.
और प्रशांत ये ऊपर जो कैटलॉग टास्क वाला है ना, कैटलॉग टास्क व्हेन कंप्लीटेड देन वी, तो कंप्लीटेड वाला कंडीशन नहीं ऐड की है ना हम लोग. क्रिएट कैटलॉग
Completed
टास्क.
addition we don't have to do because it is already checked. Wait for completion.
ओके. तो ये अपडेट उसके बाद वाला जो स्टेप है 5 नंबर स्टेप, अपडेट RITM.
When
ये कब
catalog task will complete, then only it will update this.
अच्छा वो कंडीशन मेंशन नहीं करना पड़ता है क्या, लाइक?
It is already defined here. Wait for catalog task to be completed.
ओके.
This is a checkbox. अगर चेकबॉक्स हटा देंगे ना तो क्या होगा कि कैटलॉग टास्क बिना क्लोज हुए RITM अपडेट कर देगा.
ओके.
And if I check on wait, it will wait until this catalog task is completed.
ओके, जैसे ही टास्क कंप्लीट होता है देन RITM विल बी ऑटो कंप्लीट. ओके.
So we can click on save. And here we have multiple things we can do. So you have undo redo action here. Okay. And you can, this flow is auto saved. We don't have to save again and again. Auto save is happening every time. Okay. And now we can copy flow also, and we can manage catalog flow, catalog variable stages, executions, and we can act until it is activate. This will not execute. So I will click on activate. And now I will add this flow here. Request a software flow, right? You see execution plan is gone.
Yes.
Now I will save the record. Now you have seen we have added it. Now I will try to test it. I don't know which user is having managers. Order now. If this user is not having manager, it will skip the approval. Okay. Okay, there is an approver, Fred Ludi. Okay, now you see nothing is created after that. As soon as I will approve this, as I am admin, so I can approve from here in behalf of Fred. Okay. See, this RITM is approved, and now I will reload this form and you will see the task is created, right?
Yeah.
But this RITM will not close until this SC task is closed. Okay. And we have defined assignment group also, but that field is not added here. So you can add that. Okay. Your description is populated correctly. Assignment group is not present. Otherwise, I have added assignment group also as software. And as soon as I will close this task, see,
Yes.
it is automatically completed. We can define this request also so that it can be completed. Okay, we can define that update as well. So generally there is a process defined already for closer. Okay, so there might be under each flow we have to define the closer, or one specific actions is created as soon as we got all tasks completed, then closer will happen. Okay. So this is the way how we can create the flow and we can test it, and we can click on test also here. Okay. And if I click on create new record, instead I will try to create, I will add existing one only just to show you how it execute while doing testing. I will click on run test. Now it will run here itself. Okay, now testing is done. I can click this action here. So this is the flow execution. We can see the details, execution details, right? And you see right now what happened? Right now it is triggered for approval, right? So it is stuck here right now because it is pending for approval. See? Okay, no longer is required because this is existing record. That's why. Okay. I'll show you for new record also so that you will not get confused. Request a software, system administrator. I have clicked on run test here.
Okay.
It is again asked for approval, and why it is not showing here? Okay, so you see that is a record basically. That's why this is not catalog item form, right? So we have developed a service catalog form. From there we have to get the detail. So I can show the testing. Let me create, I can create it for, suppose, incident table. I create the flow. Okay. Move to incident.list. I will do basic activity, It's not like that. It would be requirement every time, but it is basic thing. Just I'm explaining you how you can utilize and how the testing works there. Okay.
Yeah.
Create incident. And now I will click on build flow. I will add a trigger for update. Table will be incident. You can see we will get the incident table. What is the condition? So I will add the condition here. When assignment group changes. Okay, whenever assignment group will get changed, this flow will trigger. Okay. Now
Okay.
step action. I will update the record. Date record. Okay.
Hmm.
Now this is the incident record, incident table. Now what I will set? I will set what I can set here. I will set this sub category of inquiry. Okay. Category to an inquiry, and I will make it save. Okay. And now we will test here. So I will reload this form first
Hmm.
because category is something else for this record. Category is software. So I will click on run test here. I will click on here. You see incident updated, update record. Now you will see this category is updated to inquiry, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
We have done the testing from here first, right?
Okay.
Or similarly, you can do the testing again. Let me revert the change. Suppose this is network. Okay.
Hmm.
I will change the assignment group. Condition is that only, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why it didn't change? Okay. Why it didn't work? Did you get it?
Hmm.
What is the issue? In testing it
Uh,
is while testing it is working, but not working in actual testing here. What is the thing? What we are missing here?
Assignment group changes. We are updating assignment group, but not getting. What is the issue? Condition is only assignment group changes. Where assignment group changes.
So now what I will do from here, you see this is a activate button. This is not activated.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was not working here. So I'll click on activate.
Okay, but without activate, test will work, no? Like,
Yeah, testing will work because that is a test basically.
okay.
That is always a part before
Mm-hmm.
activating it. So now let me reload the form. Now I will try to update assignment group, RMA approvers. This is category network. Now let me save it again. See, it is updated to inquiry help, right? So I am reloading it again. So it is updated inquiry. Okay.
Yes.
So this way we can try to create on record also, on catalog also, and as well as we can create flow for suppose, let me click on test again. Okay, so I will click on build flow, and now you will see we can create we can schedule this flow, right? When to run, daily, weekly, monthly. Okay,
Mm.
because we have some executions which we need to do on a specific date of the month, right?
Yeah.
Like most people are today also I got one scenario. So suppose every month of 7th, date 7th, we have to close all resolved incident.
Okay.
So just imagine what we have to do. We can try to use schedule,
Mm-hmm.
right? We can
Yeah.
try to use flow also because we have to just update the value with related to state, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So either we can configure here or either we can also write schedule job also. So both the things we can utilize,
Mm.
and we have inbound email also. We can add inbound email. So we can create inbound action, right?
Mm.
For inbound email, but we can create those things under flow as well. Okay.
Okay.
So this is really cool when we try to use multiple trigger points.
Mm.
All right. And we have this error handling also. So we can define error handling here. Okay. What we
Yeah.
have to do when we are having any issues. So you can define here. So you have to enable to use it.
तो प्रशांत ये इनबाउंड ईमेल इंटीग्रेशन ज्यादा इजी टू मेंटेन कहाँ से, यहाँ से या फिर डायरेक्ट अपना इनबाउंड ईमेल
Mostly
कौन
the
सा?
direct people prefer directly, which
हम्म.
we have already, but they have provided option for this flow also. Because what happens, some people want to just update single field, they don't want to write lot of things, or
हम्म.
it is basic configuration. So we can use flow directly.
Okay.
Okay, suppose we are selecting incident table and we can define some subject here. Okay,
हम्म.
and we will just update something that incident is updated, right? So we will
हम्म.
either create the incident or update the incident or close the incident also if
हम्म.
any scenario comes. So we can do that using create update record again, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, both the ways are simple, but flow is more simple if we want to do just the configuration side, not much scripting is there. So we can use this also.
हम्म.
That's why they have provided, like there are people who know some technical things but they cannot code, right?
हम्म. हम्म.
The people who cannot code, they can create this inbound action, right?
Okay. हम्म.
Just by adding the components. So this way we can create inbound email also here, and we can generate a schedule also if suppose we want to update something based on some schedule.
हम्म.
Okay, so we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's all related to flow. Do you have any question now for flow?
I will do some practice, Prashant. तो उसके बाद
Yeah,
फिर कुछ
please do the practice and you can come back always.
yeah.
Like you have created some flow and you are facing some challenges. Try to create some subflow also or
Okay.
action. So it is basically easy only. You can create that. We
Mhm.
have option also. We can directly create from here subflow. Testing the subflow. Can create that.
Okay.
Okay. And as well as we can create, you can create this action, what all you have to perform. So this comes when we have any scenario based things. Okay.
Mhm.
And similarly for action also, if suppose we this thing update incident can also be done using action also. See, here also we can do similar kind of activity like in subflow. Okay, so try to use it, and if you have any problem you can ask.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
ठीक है.